I can tell who he's been listening to. The Amish are so nice. I've seen a lot of incredible acts of loving kindness, but they're still a cult. So if you're listening to that guy, then I don't even know why you're here, because our content is not the same. My content is to teach about the Amish. His is to preach against the Amish, to hate on the Amish, make them look bad. And I just don't understand it. The guy claims to have found Jesus, but he has hatred in his heart, and he clearly does not know forgiveness. Yes, I had issues with my elders too. I even worked with them. So it was a daily thing. The only reason I had issues is because I couldn't follow the rules. Rules like drinking and smoking cigarettes and staying out too late and not listening to my parents, not respecting them. Does that make the Amish a cult for having rules? There is no evil rules, like to go out and off somebody or something like that. They're all good rules. Some of them might not make sense, but they're not evil. The rules are not a special solution to get to heaven. The rules are what the founders of the community, usually 4 to 6 families, decide upon. They sit around and decide what the rules are to be, how they want to live in their community, what kind of rules and ordering they want. And then people who move in get to choose if they want to live there or not. It's very simple and not a cult. And the Amish don't give money to the church unless it's needed. So that's another way they're not a cult. So anybody who says they're a cult, they're speaking out of ignorance, meaning they just don't know, or they're speaking out of hatred, meaning they're just lying. And the last definition of a cult is worshiping a leader. There are 15 church districts in Fredericktown, Ohio, which means 15 different bishops, 15 different leaders. Which one's being worshipped then? And the Amish do not choose to be a leader or an elder. It's basically a random draw. I'll do a video on that later. An Amish preacher can be ordained at any age of his life as long as he's married. And he has no theology degree, no wages. It's an unpaid position. Nobody wants to be an elder. It's a dreaded thing in the Amish because it's a lot of responsibility and no pay. And most people don't think they're worthy. So they just do the best that they know how. The Amish have always been about submission. And some people, including me, were just too proud to submit. But I have found Jesus, and I have found forgiveness. And I realize that I can never be forgiven if I don't forgive the people I hold grudges against.